Hello everybody, welcome to another Wolf Cup 2012 production. My name is Wolfman2012, also known as your boy Dominic here, with Luke. And we're here today to talk about another topic that we want to discuss. We already uploaded a video today, so you guys are getting a double header 2 days in a row. You should feel special. I don't upload ever. You should feel special, my friend. You watching the video. So right now we're going to talk about Pokemon MMORPGs, massive multiplayer online role-playing games.
And
Pokemon.
It's a major debate that's apparently been going on
Between me and my brain.
So a while ago I saw a video about where someone was talking about why Pokemon's not likely to make an MMORPG. What I'm here to argue about is one of their reasonings. They said that Pokemon is already technically an MMORPG. Now, up 6th gen it's possible, but yeah.
Up until that point, a massive multiplayer online.
Massively multiplayer.
First of all, if you're gonna call Pokemon a massive multiplayer online game, anything before Wi-Fi, you cannot call that. Generations 1 and 2 and 3. You cannot call those massive multiplayer online games. I'm not even gonna call Generation 4 a massive multiplayer online game, because the global terminal was still kind of in its baby stages, in its infant stages. You cannot call that... What?
And it's beta.
And it's beta. You cannot call that an MMORPG. Generations 5 and 6, I'm okay if you call it an MMORPG, although I don't think it's massive like World of Warcraft kind of status, or EVE or something like that. It's getting there.
Yeah.
It's getting to that kind of stage. It's not, at this point, an MMORPG to the standards that most gamers hold to today.
Yes.
It's definitely an RPG. Don't get me wrong, it's an RPG. It's an online RPG. Multiplayer. It's a multiplayer online RPG, but it's not massive yet. It's not that kind of expansion yet.
And it may not ever get that massive, but
on the Pokemon franchise, don't get me wrong, the Pokemon franchise is a huge franchise, but it's not to that level yet. And it might not be to that level. Maybe the creators of Pokemon do not want to have something like that in their franchise. They don't want to have an MMORPG under Pokemon. I don't know, I'm not the creator of Pokemon. It seems like a great money opportunity, although
it would be difficult.
It would be very difficult to do it, because what most fans expect from a Pokemon MMORPG to the status of like World of Warcraft, you have to include every single generation in the final product.
Yes.
After the official release, they're going to want at least generations 1 through 6.
Yes.
Yes.
And then you'd also have to realize how many factors of Pokemon they'd be changing in the process of it.
A lot of it would be the character, the character design, a lot of the interactions with the NPCs.
The battle animation.
The battle, exactly. Are they going to make it to where it's the generic, like, whichever Pokemon's faster goes first, or they're going to have like an actual battle scenario where a Charizard could be battling a Blastoise, Blastoise could shoot out a Hydro Cannon, Charizard could swoop down with a Dragon Tail, the Blastoise could duck and roll out of the way and go up for the Rapid Spin, something like that, or a generic sort of Pokemon battle.
Exactly.
That would be one thing they'd have to focus on.
Yeah.
Another thing that they would have to do is they'd have to make it available. As you can see now,
most of the MMORPGs have age restrictions,
membership costs.
Yeah, which cut off a lot of players.
They're gonna have to censor a lot of stuff. I'm like, not even joking. They're gonna have to censor a lot within Pokemon. They're gonna have to censor people's names. Which they already have done, but in a massive multiplayer online game, if they want an MMO. If they want to have something like that, they're going to have to censor it a lot more. They're going to have a lot more restrictions, unless they want to lift their sort of PG thing and make it PG-13 or something above that sort of caliber.
Yeah.
Sort of like how a lot of MMOs let you choose your own username. If they're going to have a restriction on your username to where you can't name it something inappropriate or have any sort of inappropriate innuendos in it, they're going to have to do a lot of stuff with that.
Although in X and Y they've already started censoring swears and everything.
Coffagrigus.
Yeah.
Coffagrigus.
And everything else. Yeah.
They're getting there. Another thing they
but
might
not
yeah.
quite there.
Yeah, not quite there. Not quite there yet. Another thing they'd probably have to do is, if they were to release an MMORPG of this level, they'd have to either make it a downloadable package, or you'd have to go out and buy it and install it. Sort of like what you can do with World of Warcraft, where you can you can purchase. I believe you can purchase World of Warcraft as an expansion set, right?
I know you can purchase. You purchase the time you get to.
Yeah.
Months or stuff.
Yeah, a membership.
Yeah.
Sort of like Xbox Live membership, you can buy a membership to this. I don't think that's what Pokemon should do. If they created a Pokemon MMORPG, not only, first of all,
they want it available to a lot of their fan base.
A lot of younger fan base, by the way.
Yeah.
So the price would have to be in a decent range. I wouldn't say it has to be like a generic Pokemon price, something higher up, or maybe you would buy it with something else and you get this, but it'd have to be somewhere. Yeah. It'd have to be a lot of money to make these sales. Just I'm trying to think what the what is it?
Profit.
The profit. Yeah, you have to create such high profits with this game. It'd have to sell for a lot of money, and it's probably why Nintendo's not going to do it in the near future, in the foreseeable future, because of how much money this game could cost to produce.
And now let's think of how much time it'll take. We estimate a good 6 to 10 years.
6 to 10 years, if Nintendo gets their stuff together, does it right, and makes a good game, and takes their time with it. I say at the max, it should probably take them 10 years or above. If they kind of just throw it together and see what people think of it, just kind of put them stuff together, make it, get it fast, get it now. 6 years for a decent game, maybe not even decent. Although 6 years is a long time to spend on a game, I do feel like that might be what it would take to get an MMO of this standard that Pokemon has to set.
And then there's also the factor of competition in the MMORPG universe.
They'd have to compete with...
Seeing a pie chart, World of Warcraft pulls in most of the MMORPG players.
Okay, look, put your finger like halfway across this to make it 50%.
It's more than 50% by far.
Yeah, so, let's see. You see this circle right here? All of this is World of Warcraft. Pokemon would have to compete with that.
It's
circle.
like 60 some odd % World of Warcraft, and there are like a couple other high placing games, and
League of Legends, stuff
and then
like
there's
that.
just like a 3% the rest.
And Pokemon would have to immediately just come out strong, although I don't believe it's going to be as big as World of Warcraft is or has ever been. It is going to be a large game if they do want to do that.
Yes.
Another thing they could do with it is release Pokemon MMORPG as their own station. Now this is a little bit weird, but it is an idea. They could release it as a separate console, and I know that it's not going to be a Wii or a Wii U or something like that. They're going to release it as a separate console, maybe something to an Xbox standard, something along those lines, but a Nintendo version of it that could run something like this, that it has a Pokemon MMORPG built into it.
And it's built around the game.
And it's built around the game where you get this and you get Pokemon MMORPG, but you also get this game station with it. That could be a great marketing play for them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't think we have much else to talk about other than I do want to see it, but I'm probably not gonna.
I doubt
It's like
we
pigs
are.
flying. I want to see it. Not gonna see it. So, if you enjoyed this content and you're new to the channel, click that like and the subscribe button. I knew we just kind of ranted for 9 minutes about Pokemon.